You know what it feels like to crave connection, but push it away at the exact same time? You want to feel close to people, but the moment you do, you feel trapped, exposed, unsafe. You don't just have anxious tendencies, and you're not just avoidant. You're both, and it's exhausting. Anxious avoidant attachment. Some call it fearful avoidant, others call it disorganized attachment. But no matter what you call it, one thing is certain. It runs your relationships. And the worst part, it's not just one or the other. It's both at the same time. Your anxious side pulls you in. You crave closeness, reassurance, deep emotional connection. You worry about being abandoned, about people pulling away. You need to know they won't leave, so you scan every word, every pause, every change in tone, looking for proof that something is wrong. Your brain isn't just seeking connection, it's preparing, no lie, it's preparing for rejection. Your avoidant side pushes you away. The same closeness you craved now feels suffocating. You pull back, you create space, you convince yourself you don't need them after all. But even as you detach, the fear lingers because needing people has never felt safe. You've learned that connection isn't just about love, it's also about risk. And underneath it all, emotional chaos. One moment you're desperate for reassurance. The next, you're shutting down, unreachable. Your emotions don't just shift, they swing violently between extremes. A single moment of distance from someone you care about can set off a spiral of overanalyzing, replaying every interaction, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. But by the time you get the reassurance you needed, the relief is short-lived because now the closeness feels overwhelming. So you try to manage it all on your own. You convince yourself it's your responsibility to keep people close, to make sure they don't leave. Even if that means overextending, sacrificing your own needs, or taking the blame for things that weren't your fault. But at the same time, you refuse to let anyone see what's really going on. The idea of asking for help, of letting someone witness this struggle feels impossible. A fearful avoidant isn't just bouncing between anxious and avoidant. It's a full-blown system of coping mechanisms designed to keep you stuck because your mind fears change more than it fears pain. This is why healing feels so confusing. Because the moment you get close, you panic. The moment you create distance, you feel empty. And every time you feel like you're right back where you started.